Dip my body in glitter. Platform sneakers, all the boys want a picture. Foreign cars, I make rich look richer. Save your breath, baby, I'm not going home with ya.
Hi, my name is Emily Wurramara and I'm a one-and-two-year-old woman from Groote Island and Bickerton Island in the Gulf of Carpentaria. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, composer and soon-to-be author, and I now live on Lutruwita, Tawana, aka Tasmania.
My name's Dixie Crawford. I'm a Barkindji woman from Broken Hill in Wurramara in far western New South Wales, and I live and work on Manawa country. I am a business owner and Aboriginal engagement consultant, and I get to work with organisations on reconciliation action plans. Financial wellness to me means an understanding about my position, in my financial position, a really conscious awareness of it and knowing where my money is coming from, where my money is going, and being able to track that in a way where it feels comfortable and confident for me. Financial wellness means not having scarcity, not having limiting beliefs, and also having an understanding about where I can save my money, also where I can invest my money and not just be expending it for the sake of spending money.
I think financial wellness for me is a lot of things. Like even the word wellness kind of like sticks out, 'cause, looking after yourself through funds and having those funds there. I grew up in a very remote community where we had no knowledge about money or had any conversation in my family around money. So I actually learnt about financial wellness through my own experiences and learning and trying again and making those mistakes. I think that, especially as a First Nations woman, financial wellness for me is knowing that if I'm taking care of myself, I'm also taking care of my community. And that's what, to me, where it really comes to.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think being able to be confident and have autonomy around money is really important, because when you are growing up in my communities, we had almost like circular kind of money, right? Like everyone shared what they had access to. And I think they're really important principles, but I think also there comes a point where you also have to have security for yourself and have autonomy for you and your family and what you have immediate control over in terms of being able to contribute to, because I think sometimes we overcommit with money in terms of sharing and that can often leave us without anything. And sometimes people, I've definitely have lived from paycheck to paycheck because I've given more money away than what I should have kept for myself to look after myself. And so financial wellness is probably making smarter decisions about my position and how to look after myself before I can go out and look after other people. I think that's really, really important for us, because we tend to do that as women.
100%, just automatically.
Yeah, and all the time we're looking after everyone else and like, how can I help? Yeah. What is it that you need? And we will give something to somebody else before we will look after it.
But we don't, 100%. Like we need to put ourselves first in order for everything else to kind of like fall into play. And I think for me, my cousins knowing that like I'm in a good position for money, like it's not one of those things where I feel like guarded with or like defensive with. Like I've put my boundaries in and I've made those boundaries really clear. And I think as long as you're setting those boundaries and being clear about what you can do and can't do with your money and have a good goal and good steps in between to work towards that, then it is a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of like training to get your mind into this. Yeah.
That boundary thing is really, really important in terms of setting goal. And I guess that's the other really important point for me in terms of financial wellness is knowing where it is that I want to go with my money and what it is that I want, right? So I want to own homes. I want to be able to own my own car and to make sure that I've got, $10,000 in the bank that I can have access to in the event of an emergency, whether it's a party, whether it's being able to contribute to a party or sorry business or go traveling somewhere to see or go on a holiday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to be able to have access to money, but you have to set yourself a goal and you have to start practicing achieving that goal. And that takes time and it takes consistency in terms of your behaviours. Yeah. Not spend money, but also to not give money away. And boundaries is the key. And I think that
like realistic boundaries, you know, like got to be real about it.
Yeah.
You've got to be honest. Like there's no shame around having money and having that money and keeping it for yourself, or like, you know, putting it towards you, because that's a huge investment in itself.
Yeah. And I think also in our communities, there's this concept that money is evil and money is bad. Money for me is just energy.
Yeah.
It comes and it goes. But also money allows me to be able to take care of myself, take care of the ones that I care about, contribute to the causes that are important to me, but also to be able to set my family up and to be able to share my money in the right way, in the way that feels right for me.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't put those boundaries in place, then you're not going to ever achieve it.
That's right.
Phone calls, I make rich look richer.